Hey guys, this is a quick update on the Heroes build for Sci-Fi Model Action Forums on the Space Shuttle Discovery 747 piggyback with the bonus T-38 Chase plane. Still no parts from Revell, so I haven't even started the 747 yet, and probably try to start it sometime in the next week. Even though I don't have the parts, I can get it going. But that doesn't mean I haven't been working on it. So, I'll show what we got so far. We have our shuttle. It's been painted, and I just cleared it this evening, so that I can start putting decals on it probably tomorrow, or late tonight, probably tomorrow. And a nice gloss white coat on it, and on the bottom, I don't know how it'll show up in the video, to give it the look of the thermal tiles that have been to space and back. First I painted the base black, and I came back with a gray, like a medium gray, and did a light dusting of that. Then I came back with a blue and did a dusting of that, and finally a very light dusting of silver, and it gives it kind of a mottled speckled effect, and it gives that grayish burnt char look, the thermal tiles. Early on in the videos I mentioned that there was no landmarks really on the nose at all for where the color separations would go. And looking at the pictures, I knew that this line kind of lined up with this corner of the window here, and that this line kind of lined up, which we're probably going to show in the video here, this top Rcs thruster. And that was pretty much it. But I went through and was looking at the decals again, and the decal for like the hatch here and the RCS package on top of those and the escape panel on this side all have a black stripe attached to them. So I printed off a full-size copy of my decals and cut those decals out of the paper and laid them on the model, and then marked off where they would go. And I used that as a reference for where my color separations should go. And I haven't put the decals on yet to make sure it was right, but it looks about right. So we'll be good there. I've got the silver part on the wings painted, but there's a decal that goes around the outside of that, so I wasn't real careful about how I did that. Again, I'm going to have the ducktail on there, so didn't do anything in here. The only detail part back I got to do back here is the Rcs Thrusters there need to be painted. There's decals for the wing, or the vertical tail and everything. So I said tomorrow or the next day we should be decaling on that, and it kind of shows up that speckle look there on the shuttle itself. So that's where we're at on that one. Now, as I said before, there only one source, two sources I could find for a 144 scale T-38. One is Hobby Link Japan, has a resin kit that's out of stock, of course. And there was a guy on eBay selling a garage kit resin that really looked like a turd, to be honest. I went searching on eBay and managed to find an F5 in 144 scale. Picked up some goo on there. That's basically the single seat version of a T-38, or the F5B, which is the dual seater version, which is basically a T-38, close enough for government work. So the F5 here, I had got it put together, painted it, and the thing I had to really do was build a new canopy for it. So I basically built one out of putty, kind of globbed it on, and went back and sanded it and sculpted it down to shape to make the dual seat canopy. The original canopy actually ended right about here, and it sloped down, so all of this was added on. And we've got our anti-glare painted on top. I just got this in gloss coat too, so that I can start the decals on that. And that's another story in itself. So that's what we're at on that. It's ready to be decaled. Now for the decals. Since there are basically no 144 scale T-38s available, it would stand to reason that there are no 144 scale NASA T-38 decals available. So what I did have was a set of 148 scale decals, and I went in my computer and let me fix my frame here and scaled them down. It took about 5 or 6 tries to get it the way I really wanted it. Get them down to the size, and it was kind of a trial and error. Basically, I went on that NASA logo that goes on the tail with the red arrowhead, and just printed them on typing paper, adjusting the scale until I got one that was the right size to fit the tail fin, and that's what we went with. And I went ahead and I printed 3 sets, because I wanted to have a backup set, and then the third one fit across the sheet of decal paper. So ended up with 3 sets. A lot of these decals are going to be too small to even use. But I got my NASA tail logos, my numbers, and most importantly the blue stripes to go down the side of the plane. And I'm probably able to use some of those like emergency ejection and rescue handle. Some of the bigger ones we'll get on there. But there's some of them that are so tiny that they'll never get. Now, because of the fact that they don't print white, the only thing I lost, they're supposed to be the registry number is in white and it goes inside the blue stripe. Well, one, decals don't print white, and then this was on blue backing paper, so I had to go into Photoshop and remove the blue color so that it would print white, be clear. So by doing that, I lost my numbers, but we'll survive. So that's kind of where we're at. I just sealed these. I put one coat of decal bounder on them a few hours ago. Then I hit them with a coated gloss lacquer, just to make sure they're good and sealed. Just a few minutes ago, same time I gloss cleared the shuttle and the plane. We'll let those sit overnight, so that say either tomorrow night or Saturday we'll get our decals on them, get them clear coated again, and get a little weathering on the shuttle. So hopefully by the end of the month for the Heroes build, at least I will have the shuttle done. So, till then, guys, I'll throw up a few pictures on the end of this, and then that's where we're at.